Hello, boys and girls. This is High Priestess Jamila. Hello, hello, hello. Guess we need a couple of more minutes because trolls have really they really I got to talk to y'all, okay? I got to talk to y'all. Okay. Hello, good evening. Hello, hello. What's up, Princess Cass? Can y'all hit the like button, please? Appreciate it. So, boys and girls, tonight's wisdom is going to be about never listening to trolls. Okay? Don't listen to them. Trolls have made more people depressed, kill themselves. They're bullies. The people on the internet are bullies. Trolls on the internet are bullies, okay? And they're not just bullies, but they are they try to get in your head on a psychological level. Hey, listen, I know that y'all pissed off about the George Floyd situation. If you could please just kindly close out of my video, because if I only have one like, I should have more than, yeah, thank you. I'd appreciate it. Can y'all hit the like button, please? Thank you. Okay, seriously. Y'all been at the even the people watching my videos. First of all, you folks that watch me, you know what I'm saying? I highly doubt very seriously that all of you are clients. That is what I am here for, to advertise my business. Instead I had to deal with my family problems and about 30 to 40 other people's family problems that was not my fucking fault. Okay? Cause I'm not the great mother. I'm a fucking woman. I am a supernatural being because you see I survived that shit. Okay? Now this is what I want to tell y'all. Stop listening to trolls. I had a troll come to my channel and they were really trying to sort of cloak me in this, that they were giving me a compliment. But then this person says to me, you're doing this, you're doing that, and that's good, but you separate your children from the world. You separate your children from the world. Very interesting statement. Very, very interesting statement. First of all, it's funny how this troll would be coming over here talking like this during this pandemic. Okay, even though I don't believe in the coronavirus, I believe that it's spiritual. I believe that it's a bug or something that people pass to each other. It's a demonic entity. It is. So yeah, it ain't kind out there right now. You're going to come and tell me while everybody else is social distancing that I should share my children with the world. I don't fucking get it, man. Like they say stupid shit, whatever it is that is on their mind. Now, maybe this person, maybe whoever this troll is, maybe they grew up and their mother held them hostage in the house. Okay, this is something that I don't do. Okay, but maybe that's what it was. Princess Cass, why would you be bringing up Mike? Princess Cass, why would you be bringing up Mike? Y'all need to chill. We're not talking about Mike in the chat room no more. I'm a little confused. I love you too, honey, but yeah. Well, whatever it was that happened between me and Mike, it's our personal business, and I don't want it to continue to just be talked about on the internet, because it wasn't supposed to be talked about in the first place. That's my personal business. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. Okay, so but Mike has nothing to do with that. Mike does not control trolls. Trolls are individuals. We're not talking about Mike right now. Sorry. Oh, okay. Jacob, can you get from behind me? Oh, okay. Well, let's get back to the discussion about trolls, please. Well, hun, I'm feeling like you're kind of derailing my conversation, and that's not what you're good, Princess Cass. You're good. Just calm down, everybody. Calm Y'all, I'm sitting here just talking and I'm muted. Sorry about that. Thank you. Thank you to the person that messaged me. I didn't know it would keep it on mute because it made me open up the app. It made me reopen it. So I had to hit resume and I assumed that it would be off the audio. What I was gonna say is that you're good, like, but what I was saying is that whatever happened between me and Mike and our relationship is personal. My personal life is not going to be on display on YouTube anymore. That, so that's all I was saying about that, okay? And that I'm just not going to sit up here and talk negatively about him in the chat. So I didn't know if you were talking negatively about him. I'm not going to allow that. I wouldn't want somebody that I used to date, no matter what happened, to do that to me. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what we on right now. We trying to clean it up when it comes to the love life. Okay? Cuz I know I came into this world with bad love karma. And then I had other stuff adding to it. So, yeah, you're good though. Trolls are just fucking with you. It doesn't matter what they say. This person told me to keep my children away from that I keep my children away from the world. Right now we got rioting, we've got people killing people, we've got children coming up missing. This is what y'all don't here. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know how many children are dying? There's a lot of children dying right now. Okay, because of spiritual viruses that they're picking up at the schools. Why you think they shut the fucking schools down for the rest of the year? So, I know, but this is what I want to tell y'all. Because we're no longer debating that anymore. That's over. What I want to talk to y'all about is the fact that the trolls, it doesn't matter what it is, they just fuck with you. That's why I'm being very careful about who I'm giving wrenches to, Princess Cass, because if you come in here and you say certain things, I'm going to believe that you're trolling me. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, they're on a feeding frenzy. That's why I don't fuck with Black Lives Matter. They're feeding off of black people. They're feeding off of shit. Why can't I just be a fucking black person and not have to deal with this shit at all? How about you take all of the racists and you put them on the terrorist list instead of allowing them to do shit like that? That's why I don't allow stuff like that to touch me at all. So all this shit, I don't need for you to feel sorry for me, and I don't need for you to fucking pity. Black people don't need pity. They don't need that. Yeah, they need love, but they don't need pity. So all this shit, I'll be like, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're a white person and you're making Black Lives Matter videos, I'm going to have a problem. I'm going to have a trust issue with you. I might have a trust issue with you because that's not necessary, bro. But that's just for me. Maybe it's necessary for somebody else. So y'all good. Y'all good. But it kind of makes me kind of like a little weirded out that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, God damn, can we just live? That's why I don't want nothing to do. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want nothing to do with none of this bullshit that the world is doing right now. I don't need that kind of validation from nobody, man. I got God and I got my spirit. So that's just literally how I feel at this point. And I just really wish this shit would pass, because as a black person, I feel good about myself no matter if somebody's saying Black Lives Matter. So I don't know what the fuck would be wrong with somebody that would need that. That's why I'm not even angry at nobody. That's why I'm not angry at nobody. Shit. You wanna know what's worse than being a fucking black person is being a woman. That's what really irritates me, is being a woman. They have made being a woman a problem. A big problem. Hold on a second. But if you a black woman, you got a double-headed snake. I'm going back to the back room, y'all. That's the only way. That is the only place that I can get peace in this house sometimes, is in that back room. And that's where I'm headed. Sorry, y'all. Because Jacob has been oddly right up underneath me all day. Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah. I get about 3 hours of time alone per day. As a woman, as a mother, you got to have at least 3 hours alone by your goddamn self. Say, okay, right before you go to bed at night, you want to take a couple of hours to wind yourself down and relax. You got to have it. You got to have your alone time throughout the day. Okay, you're not supposed to just, unless it's a little baby. Like, even if it's a little baby. When I had my babies, you know what I'm saying? Now, I didn't put them down the street to sleep. You know, some people the baby room be way downstairs and shit. I always had mine close to me, right next to me. But there's nothing wrong with, as a mother, getting some time alone. Anyway, let's get back to what I'm talking about. Trolls are not making any sense. They are telling you something to confuse you and to confuse your mind purposely. Why would somebody come to a mother during a fucking pandemic and the riots and tell her that she should send her children out into that? Because they're purposely fucking with you. So, like what that person said to me, because I am a Gemini, I got Gemini all in my chart. I'm a Cancer, and then I've got all that Gemini in my chart. So, as somebody that has I'm on the cusp of Gemini. Okay, I'm a Cancer sun, though I was born during Cancer. So I'm a Cancer sun, Leo moon, but I got Gemini just all throughout my chart. So the next day, I was still thinking about what that person said. Not because it made me feel bad about anything, but because it was purposely said to fucking confuse you. That's why the Bible has everything in contrast. And so that's why That's why that troll gonna get that shit back.
You leave them?
No.
Oh.
What is it? I came back. So yeah, guys. And I tell my kids, I said, look, I need some time alone. Okay. And that came up because I remember as a mother, people fucking with me, especially men in my family, telling me that I didn't deserve time to my motherfucking self because I was a single mother. Even married couples have to get away from the children sometimes. But they will say that even though they know it's not the truth, and that either the opposite, because that's what I'm saying. You know, my some of y'all family members is just fucking trolling y'all. Some of y'all family is trolling y'all. That's a damn shame. But we talking about trolls today because I wanted to comment on that. You know, not because I wasn't confident in what I'm doing as a mom for my children. You know, okay, look, fucking idiot. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and now they're looting and rioting. I'm gonna send my kids out there so that you can do what? Snatch them the fuck up? What you watch in my house? What you checking for my children? Trolls are sick anyway. In social media, you should never come to nobody talking to them about their kids, man, because you, my friend, are weird at that point. You should never do that unless it's something obvious. You know, I see a lot of people coming at people about their kids. Like for example, there's a couple of anti-vegan vloggers that are noticing malnourishment of some vegan kids. And then of course the daddy of fives and stuff. I'm a pretty normal mom. Everybody fucking knows me, and y'all know what's up. But the trolls, you know, what's funny is that, you know, they're trying to make you have some sort of fucking psychological break. That's when you can't be too empathic. Because if you're too empathic, you got to truly sometimes not give a fuck. Empaths can be fucked up to the point where they will be so empathic, and many empaths commit suicide. They commit murders and crimes because they allow people to drive them fucking crazy. For years, I felt that my family was trying to drive me crazy. Then I found out that most of the people in my life didn't give a fuck about me, was trolling me. So if they could come to you and say, the sky is not blue, it's gray, depending on who you are, which of course we know right now the goddamn sky is gray, but they'll come to you and say something, and your mind records things. So this person first tried to cloak itself around me, and see, this is why probably during this time I should have shut down comments completely. I don't want to hear from you crazy motherfuckers. I know what trolls are trying to do. They're trying to control the narrative while they sit in a pile of fucking trash. Please believe some of the trolls are actual homeless people, but behind goddamn garbage cans. You know what I'm saying? All homeless people ain't good people. They might just want to fuck with your head about something. Now, why would you tell a mother that it's so a lot of y'all would be like, why are they doing that? A lot of y'all be like, why they say that to me? It's to fuck with you. That why they say that it didn't make no sense. To fuck with you, to fuck with your head, to fuck you up so that you can't think straight and you can't concentrate. And so that you can think you can't breathe and shit like that. That you come to my comment section talking about some I can't breathe, quoting that shit, you gonna get blocked and motherfucking cursed. Because now it's a trend to go around saying that you can't breathe. See, I told you these motherfuckers was trying to shut down your goddamn body. And y'all don't fucking ever believe me. But see, that's why my family is gonna be amongst the ones that survived. And see, According to what my wonderful uncle told me, that we supposed to be descendants of the tribe of tears or something. And these are, I guess, the Native Americans that had to make it across the country by foot and in the dead of winter time. And y'all can go read about it. So I'm definitely a fucking survivor. All that I can't breathe shit. Don't ever come to my fucking comment section talking about you can't breathe unless you actually can't breathe. Don't come over here with that shit. I've been seeing it in comment sections. I've been flagging those comments. Not that it's going to make a difference because they allow it. Anybody that's smart, you can listen to me because it's obvious that I'm making sense, right? There will be some people that will tell you that I am crazy, but in reality, everything that I fucking told you was the truth. So all this shit with this George, all this shit a goddamn scam. I told y'all that, man, and they manifested $13 million. Now they want to go around hashtag I can't breathe, hashtag George Floyd. And you want me to motherfucking be empathetic to that? And I'm an empath, so I'm supposed to sit here and think I can't breathe. And they all gonna get it, but good. They gonna all get it. You tell me I can't breathe, I'm gonna tell you, yes, you can breathe. How can you tell? Because you're talking. So guys, I'm just saying, man, you know, the sheeple surely will be led to slaughter. You shut down your whole goddamn respiratory system. Listen to that shit. All of it since last year. So I just be telling y'all the truth. But trolls, what's up, Outer Banks Witch? Trolls are trying to fuck you up almost like religion. So they lost control when people stop listening to religion, because that's basically what the fuck religion is for, is to fucking confuse you. It's not to fucking tell you. That's why all you get is confusion out of that situation. You don't get no kind of real answers. You don't get you don't get the half the guy. You don't get none of the knowledge that I got. And I know how to raise people up from the goddamn dead. They don't teach you shit in that damn religion, but how to be a fucking victim. So, trolls are doing the devil's work. They'll say shit that don't make no sense because they trying to do these psychological attacks on you. And then I think it's pedophiles, because why in the fuck are you telling me what to do with my children? Send your kid to that school or this school so you can know exactly where they at. See, vloggers on YouTube are celebrities to them, but we don't necessarily have millions of fucking dollars. So we can't necessarily be, we're not necessarily protected by our money. And thank the goddess that I survived all that shit. You can talk about it all you want, but I survived all that shit. And I always will. Okay, because the mind has to be strong. You have to have a strong mind no matter what you're doing. Especially if you're in social media. I don't give a fuck if you are a vlogger or you just post on Facebook. Bitch, you better get ready. A lot of y'all didn't realize when we was posting pictures of ourselves on Facebook what we were opening ourselves up to, but that's okay. It was the universe. It was a purpose of that. But of course, the evil that is out after you with evil intent, don't y'all ever for 1 second believe that you can't breathe, because that is just anxiety. They taught all of y'all how to have anxiety and how to die from it. That is exactly what the fuck they taught y'all. And it's people literally, you know, when those people die, they're fucking hyperventilating to death. That's what the coronavirus is. When you fucking sit there and hyperventilate to death. which is tied to your allergies. So if you are an allergy sufferer, you are more vulnerable to the corona, but it's something that even allergies were things that were implanted in us by medical fucking witchcraft, which created the potions that we take. And that's okay. I'll take some Benadryl and you know what I'm saying? And shit, not only can I go to sleep and I be relaxed, okay, but I don't want to be codependent on that. My spirits are trying to get me completely on the herbs. So it'll happen. I want you guys to be careful with some of the shit that y'all hear, that people are saying out here. If those people have a choice to die, then maybe it's natural selection. Something tells me that you should want to stick around the earth for just a little while longer. If you just hold on a little while longer, shit gonna be paradise. Okay. Hey, Scorpio Witch, how you doing? Yeah, Princess Cass, I still love you. I know who you are. You're good. Soon as this move is over, I'm gonna be up your butt. You are funny. You are so funny, Outer Banks Witch. That's good. Yeah, I was kind of sick for a few days too. I guess that was the second wave of the coronavirus. And you know what? They knew that there were going to be a lot of us like me that were going to be resistant to it, you know, and so they don't want to kill everybody, but they do want to kill a bunch of folks on this planet because they feel like you costing the taxpayers too much money. Y'all cost too much money. If you have some sort of medical condition, obesity. Okay, and obese people, man, leave them the fuck alone, man. They supposed to be big like that. Leave them alone, man. Leave obese people alone, man. If I watch a couple of obese people on YouTube and they eat, and I enjoy watching them eat because they should enjoy their food. People always treat fat people like they're not supposed to enjoy their fucking food just because they're overweight, and that just makes them get bigger. And I don't know why, I'm just extremely grounded by Amber Lynn Reed. I'm really grounded by her videos, and she doesn't even really talk about much. She doesn't, but she's like a sponge, you know what I'm saying? So big people are not bad people. It's just that society turns them that way by being evil to them. So I know that because I've had obese people in my family, and I love them just the same as anybody else. So, you know. Anyway. World is fucked up because of this shit, because people don't have no heart. And like if your heart chakra was closed off, this experience is very scary for you. But I do want to tell you that, you know, if you follow your intuition as a mother, you don't fucking go by trolls on the internet. You follow your fucking intuition when it comes to your children. Now, if you're thinking about chopping their heads off, then you might want to come and get some help. Okay, because you might have a bad spirit on you. Okay, but if you are a good parent and you want what's best for your children, you know, for somebody to come and even say that to you, it just proves how trolls work, and they draw you in. They do have supernatural powers. Trolls have supernatural powers. They do. They're trolls. Some of them are good though. Some of them are good trolls. There's good trolls and there's bad trolls. There's some trolls that just want to just fuck with your head, you know? And so it was really like a mind fuck, you know what I'm saying, that they do. And it's like, wow. Right after you just got done going through something with your children too, to where you damn near died for your motherfucking kids. You may have just went through something, and then here come a goddamn troll telling you what the fuck you not doing right as a parent, and you have to be more confident than that. So you gotta have fucking confidence in what you do. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, they'll fucking tear you up. Because a lot of y'all want to come out here and do readings just like me, but y'all scared of them. Y'all scared of them trolls, and y'all should be. Y'all should be, because not only that, they're fucking terrorists. They're terrorists. And some of these terrorists that you see out here, you ain't even never seen them before. They seem to know psychological mind tricks. It's like, honey, I know when somebody fucking with my head. Okay? And I'm just telling y'all the truth about what I know. You don't know where they from. They could have flew them in from another country. Say, yeah, we got a job for you to do. But see, I'm kind of like a ninja, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm a fairy, so so I come in like with the pachoon, you know what I'm saying? All y'all tweed smokers out there, all y'all ganja smokers, man, they be trying to fuck with your head and shit. Try to put these, bad, negative subconscious thoughts in your head. Man, you got to be real strong in the mind out here these days, y'all. Even if you got a Facebook page, that's all you got. You like, well, damn, my life fell apart and all I did was open up a Facebook page. You know what I tell them? Kiss my eyes. The darkest part of it. That's what I tell them, because they full of shit. And I can see that they're trying to psychically attack Jacob. I got to make his stuff tonight, y'all, because he hasn't had it in over a week. And something has been trying to, stop me from giving him his medicine. So I got to, I had to sage the house the other day. They do all kind of slick ass motherfucking shit. They do. Because when I made him a batch and some stuff happened and ended up sitting out. So I'm not going to give him that, because I'm going to make sure it's refrigerated right after I make it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you sit stuff out, bacteria starts to grow on it. So I was like, I'll make him another batch. Now I'm damn near out of mugwort. Yeah. So, and those spirits kicked into gear when the whole George Floyd situation happened. That's why, y'all, this is what I want to tell y'all. Unless something has happened that can be confirmed, and then even shit in the paper can be a lie. Gabriel Fernandez, his case was very real. I felt it for 7 years. Okay, I felt it. But some of this shit be fake, made up by the, whatever they call it, Illuminati elites or whatever. What's crazy is that it's a lot of real good shit out here that's real, that you can focus on. But see, if you make a choice to just focus on negative shit every day, y'all wake up every day. George Floyd, Al Sharpton is supposed to be a good person, and he literally put a spell on thousands of fucking people, millions of fucking people. The reason why I think that it's wrong is because of the people. I think it's wrong. That's all I'm saying. I think that the games that they play are wrong. That's what I think. Okay? And, the way he was saying his name, I could not listen to it. And it had nothing to do with hatred or anything. I am very sensitive to because that was a ritual, the whole fucking thing. Sadly, many of you guys caught a lot of the negative to where it set you back. So it was a lot of heart attacks, a lot of strokes, a lot of people scared, a lot of people miserable, a lot of people fighting. A lot of people beating the shit out of their family members. A lot of shit going on. Like, I recognize it. I've been here so many times. Like, the main one that I connect to is the past life as Ma Barker. Now, during those times, there was things that she wouldn't have done had she not been born poor. So this is the reason why I understand, but at the same time, I feel strongly that, you know, I still have to say and speak up for what is right, because, you know, maybe in this lifetime, you're meant to just do that. Maybe that's what it is, and maybe next lifetime they'll know. But, you know, it's still horrible. It's still fucking crazy, because that's why so many people don't get involved with current events and stuff like that. And I wanted to get the word to my people, but them motherfuckers was watching and they was attacking. I don't know why they watch my goddamn channel so fucking closely. We don't have nothing to do with none of that slavery shit. We don't have nothing to do with none of that shit y'all talking about. We don't manifest our money like that. We do things like European folklore. That's why I ordered a wishing well fountain. It's European folklore. And by average, wishing wells bring in $1 million per year. So that, you know, I don't need to be greedy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that whole thing, it just is making me sick because it's greed. It's greed, y'all. That's what that whole motherfucking shit was about. Was greed. You know, I just wish that people would be more creative in a positive way. There's a way for you to be creative on this earth and for you to manifest money in a positive way. But who the fuck am I to judge you? I can't judge you. I just choose to not fucking sit at your table. Not right now, I don't, because I'm on something different. I'm on having, you know, feeling that purity from the spirit, and feeling good, and, you know, to where I don't feel heavy in my chest, and I don't have to feel bad for shit that I did, because when I, as Kate Barker, I would blow your goddamn head off in the previous life. And trust me, I ain't too far from her. And people out here want to play games and try to ruin your fucking life and shit. But I forgive you. I love you. And I forgive you, for you know not what the fuck you do. That's how wise you have to be these days. Otherwise, you'll let them drive you crazy. So you do it in a positive way. If somebody got a gun to my fucking head, more than likely I'm going to win that fight. I'm sorry. Some way I'm going to win that fight. That's called determination. But shit like that, like, yeah. But like, as a person that grew up poor and hungry in that lifetime, and becoming a bank robber that didn't give a fuck, I understand why they do what they do. Because, you know, some of the stuff that I did in the previous life, I don't have to suffer from it in this life, although I have my whole life, until I realized what it was. I said, why am I being persecuted? Why am I being persecuted in this life? And Spirit just kept telling me about my past life as Kate. And I really was her. Like, y'all think it's a joke. She was a good person. She just was poor. And of course, poor people, they fight against the establishment. They fight against the system. Okay, so that's why they rob banks and they do things like that. So I've been an outlaw in a previous life before, trust me. You can't get no more gangster than that. So I wasn't interested in it in this lifetime, because I lived a kind of a shorter life in between this one. Because in that lifetime, I died in 1936 or 35, and I just know I was reborn in either 36 or 37. I can't remember. I always have to throw the cards to remind myself. So I lived probably about 40 something years. So that's why in this life, there's these spirits that come to me that try to, fear me into thinking that I'm going to die in my 40s in this life, but I'm not because I was doing something different. And I don't have no connection really with that life, but I just know that I died in my late 40s is when I died. But I don't have to fear that in this life. Like I know for a fact that I'm going to live until I'm well into my hundreds probably. You know what I'm saying? So that was really a good life too, that one previous to this one. I was very, very wealthy. Was born to wealthy parents, but I got the other side of the deal, which was bad because it was all kind of shit happening. My parents were like very satanic, very, very rich, satanic, baby dwellers and shit, So that lifetime, that's one of the reasons why I kind of block a lot of that shit out. But I was still rich and I lived for a while. So, yeah. But I was rich. I died rich. Then when I came into this lifetime, my parents were more so middle class. So, I don't even think the middle class existed back during Kate's lifetime. There was no middle class. Let's just put it like this. I feel that whatever class you're in, it has something to do with whatever is happening spiritually. So that's why, like, for example, you can grow up in the hood and you can grow up in the projects, but you can also become very wealthy and you can live a totally different life. And they usually do become a totally different person. They do. They become different. They become more refined. People that, you know what I'm saying, come up out of that. And a lot of people that are back where they used to be don't like that. They like, you changed. For the better, nigga. For the better, my nigga. That's what you say to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still the same fucking person. You just, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they treated me like I was a millionaire already and I hadn't even fucking manifested it yet. And they was treating me like I was the most hated and shit. Like they was really trying to stop something because they were trying to stop a lot. Where's can I have my thank you? I'm cool. I'm okay, sweetie. Y'all do the dishes so I can cook. Deja or whichever one of y'all, because I ain't ordering nothing. Anyway, y'all. So I'm back. For some reason, in this lifetime, I was mainly dealing with my past life as Kate Barker. In my last lifetime, I was dealing with the lifetime before that. So, and I'm a lot like Kate. She would have never aborted her children. That's why she ended up with 4 of them. There's so many similarities. You know what I'm saying? So, but the only thing is that she has learned her lesson on robbing people and stuff and being a thug because it was the way that she died. So the FBI taught her a lesson. It was the way that I died in that lifetime, the way that I died, me and my son being shot, seeing my child die in front of me, and then being shot myself. They claim that she only had one gunshot wound. It felt like 1,000 of them, though. So I would never want to get shot again. Getting shot in either the head or the chest fucking sucks, so. You got to get rid of Desperate and Lonely Bullfrog Witch account. Get rid of that person. They're jealous of what I don't know. Yeah, snorkel, snort, snorkel, snort. Yep, like you ain't never heard nobody. You know what, y'all? Everybody that I know with allergies does that. Like, even people that I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I just notice people with allergies, they do that. And these people come in making a big deal. Get the fuck out of here. You're a troll. Your brain is just on its mush, child. And I think it's comparable to the Bird Box, personally, because y'all remember in that movie Bird Box. I might watch that again tonight. I'm actually quite entertained by that movie. And I like the part where they're on the river, because you guys know I love water. So, yeah, it's a troll, you know. If you have allergies, they would. If you make somebody feel bad for clearing their throat because they have allergies, you're just a sick troll. That's what they do. Oh, look at you. You had a baby. Oh, look at you. You farted. Look at you. You coughed. It's like that's what trolling is, okay? It's so ridiculous that it actually shouldn't even bother you. Okay? It shouldn't even bother you. Oh, you mean to tell me, Jamila, that you wanted to have an orgasm? Oh, you're so stupid. It's a troll, like, you know what I'm saying? So what do you do? What do? You can't do nothing but basically just forget about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's so weird. Some of y'all will go into another reality because of trolls. You guys will allow trolls to control your reality, though. That shit is real talk, though. I had see, I did it again. She snorkeled. Lonely bullfrog. And you know what? You know what that means? That means that a blessing is coming. Not a blessing, a blessing is coming. Okay? So for her to call me a bullfrog, that means a lot. A lot of blessings are coming, because frogs are actually very, very good luck. And y'all know I work with Hecate. I'm a high priestess of Hecate. So anytime that person says anything about frog or anything, it just, you can tell that something good is coming. It always does. So that's why you can't even get angry. I don't even get angry anymore. If you get angry at trolls, like, you basically need to learn how to take a fucking joke. I'm just keeping it real with you. If you can't do that, like you'll just literally sit there and let them drive you crazy. That's just like if you, let's say that you and your family were driving and there was a big ass flash flood, and your car and your children were literally floating in that water. Y'all were alive. Y'all made it out, but it was a school day. So y'all couldn't make it to school because of that reason. Let's say a troll came to you and was like, oh, you didn't take your kids to school that day. Now your kids don't have perfect attendance. You're a failure in life. It's like I was in a fucking, I almost died. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really going to get upset? Like, think about it. Sometimes when you just think, sometimes when you just know, so that, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all, yeah, the frog is actually very good luck. It's actually a sign of prosperity and abundance. So we already know we got that coming. We ordered a freaking wishing well fountain. So we already, you know what I'm saying? That's already happened. But you know what I'm saying? It's not like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm gonna let y'all know this. The reason why I talk that way, because I'm literally, I still have financial goals. So let's keep it all the way real. There's still so much for me to accomplish. So, but that the reason why you have to actually, you know, like, cause you just know. That's just like when I do a money spell. The reason why it works is because I just know it's gonna work. Like it like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why people come to me. That's why by average I get about 10 people at least that participate in the group rituals. They're not doing that for nothing. I actually have a reputation of a very powerful witch with spells that work. That's why people come to me. I don't know why people seriously. It's like somebody told me, like I did some spell work for a person, and she told me, she said I was on this website and I saw that you had a 10-star rating. I was like, which website is that? Because there's Etsy, you only can rate 1 to 5 stars. So there must be another website. This must be a website that's on the grid and off the grid. I feel very good about myself because of that, you know? But that's just because I take my craft seriously, just like this group ritual that's coming up. I'm not going to sit over here and light a single red candle. Like, I'm going to spend about 500 fucking dollars on this ritual. So what does that tell you? You're spending 200, I'm spending 500. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? People, because they was trying to go over to Orion's daughter and harass her. It's like, y'all are saying that because you haven't been a client. And even if you were a client, which I don't have clients like that, you probably didn't really trust or believe in what I was doing. Not even in me, but maybe you just didn't really trust in witchcraft because you don't know that it's all witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, because they shit don't work. Oh yeah, this one. Hey, this one is gonna be beautiful, guys. But you can't see any of the footage or get the incantations unless you are in it. So nobody messing with me, Outer Banks witch. Don't taser. Don't tase nobody. Outer Banks witch will hit somebody with that laser beam she got over there. Yeah, they do be messing with Orion's daughter. They do. They be over there trying to mess with her. So, yeah. But I told her, I said, they're messing with you because you're making videos. Probably really doesn't have anything to do with me, probably partially. But anybody that makes videos, you're going to get fucking harassed on YouTube. Just, that's what they do. Did you? That's good. So, you know. But this one is pretty top secret. But I will tell y'all that at this summer solstice, we are going to be celebrating, and I would love to like invite y'all over, like a few of y'all that I trust. I would love to invite y'all over. So we'll see what spirit says, because I'm sort of a hermit, and the reason why I'm a hermit, y'all, is because of spirit. It's like so much that we're still dealing with, to the point where you would kind of really need to be a witch to be around me. You would have to be a very experienced witch to be around me in person, because they're constantly coming in and out. And this place is very well protected. So I imagine that I don't have to necessarily worry about that. But with the state of the world, the way that it is, and then also when you have family that is caught up in that, because I'm pretty sure that my family is upset, like mainly my mother, about what I said about George Floyd. Okay, but please believe that people like her and other black people have done equivalent, if not to worse, to other black people. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And I have the right to my own opinion. I was fighting off his bad spirit. It was, in fact, a bad spirit that he unleashed onto the world. Or guys, are they still rioting and stuff? Are they still doing all of that? Burning cars and stuff? Are they? I feel like it's calmed down a whole lot. I feel like it's calmed down a whole lot. Yeah, that was pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? And so, no, I don't agree with that. No, I don't. And I think that if you actually had any hope for your own future, unless you plan on, you can't necessarily raise your family as a black person, with this fantasy that, we don't give a fuck about America. We're going to go back to Africa anyway, but you never end up going back to Africa because some of y'all ain't even from Africa. Some of y'all are German. Some of y'all are Irish. There was black Irish people. There was black German people. There was black Chinese people. There's black people from all over the country. Doesn't necessarily mean that you necessarily have African roots. Now I know I have African roots. My grandmother, I can't never remember the part of Africa where it looks like my grandmother, and you can just guess it by looking at her. Oh God. Ethiopian? It's not Ethiopian, it's the other one. It's probably Ethiopian though. So, like, but I mean, it's kind of like, as a black person, I would much rather heal from slavery. And I would rather heal from slavery. And I feel like it would get better if we would heal from it. and you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about the situation. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's just my opinion. I would rather live my life and to not have to accept that as being the only aspect of my existence. And with that, fantasy would be better than the reality that you're trying to create for me. And I can imagine that a lot of black people are not going to understand that because they have been trained and programmed, somehow to just hate life, hate you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, I guess, the system. But you don't necessarily have to continuously think about that system. Like, enjoy your craft, enjoy what you do. And you know what I'm saying? Like why does it have to be something that consumes you? And it'll just consume your life. So I truly believe I'm gonna end up being one of them old people that's gonna just be in the woods. I don't even want to be this close to other people because other people just civilization, whatever that was, whatever that alien species was. My goodness. There have been alien species that have been self-destructive. For example, we do believe that the reptilians are self-destructive, and we also believe that some of the draconians can be self-destructive. But imagine if you're reptilian or draconian. Imagine if you come from that system, or if you are that being, but you want to do something different than what the rest of your race is doing. So, for example, if you're a group of 1,000 among a group of 1,000,000 reptilians, and you're 1,000 reptilians that say, "Hey, we don't want to be self-destructive. We want to be happy. Maybe we do want to live like the Earthlings." Do those 1,000,000 reptilians have a right to try to kill those 1,000 reptilians that want to go a different road? No, they don't. And I think that the gods are universal with that. I believe it's a universal God. I don't believe that where you came from is your God. No, no, no. People got it confused. I feel Andromedan. I feel that I am from Andromeda. If the Andromedans decided But I'm on the right path, trust me. As an Andromedan person, I feel connected with the Andromedans. Um, as that person, I am on the right path because Andromedans they're great people. They really are. I'm pretty sure that there's some bad ones. But, so it's the same thing when it comes to, black people as a whole. When something happens to one, all as a whole want to become very destructive to each other, to themselves. I'm not going to kill myself for George. He may have been a nice person for me. You know what I'm saying? He may have been nice to me because my spirit's going to make his ass be nice. But, you know what I'm saying? It's still, I'm not going to die for him. I'm not going to burn gas and oil and inhale it into my fucking lungs, just because something happened to him. So that's why you have a majority of blacks that are being self-destructive, but then there's this percentage of them that are saying, we're not gonna do that because that ain't gonna help things. Because it's just gonna make it worse. So it looked like to me they just been having an all-out pick-a-nanny to me, boy. They just been picking nannies. Ugh. And I said that more black people was gonna die because they are dying in the droves, and for me to know why this is happening and they can actually live better, but to not say nothing, I'm never gonna do that. So I actually risked myself. I didn't have to do that. Actually, I was being very merciful, telling black people what was going on, and a lot of them that don't know, or maybe you've made up their mind, maybe it's your destiny to just freaking destroy yourself. Maybe that's your destiny to destroy yourself for George Floyd. Well, guess what? While you destroying yourself, his family is living in the palace and they ain't gonna give you a fucking dime. Now, you come over here, at least when you pay for my ritual, damn it, you gonna get a lot in return. So, it was like, you do what you gotta do, baby. I had a couple people mad at me because of that. Yeah, I want mine to be too. You know? So I have been, Ariel was actually calling me today. Ariel, not Saint Gabriel, but Archangel Ariel. Let me see her.
She was waiting outside the door.
Oh, y'all see my familiar. Isn't she adorable? Yes, you are. We gotta take her to the vet next week. So I gotta go get her checked out and get her shots and stuff, and then we'll take care of all of the other legal stuff that has to be done. Cause I gotta add her to, I gotta add Baby to my lease. She's my familiar. Her name is Baby. Ain't she cute? She is so adorable. So I feel the healing energy. I really do. And sometimes you gotta fight off those spirits, because those spirits that they were conjuring up during that situation, they were pretty bad. And if you didn't fight with those spirits, you probably hurting right now. You probably hurting for real right now if you didn't fight against that. And black men and black women are gonna have to stop thinking that, because I didn't trust none of it from the beginning, you guys. I'm sorry, I didn't. Now, Of course, I wouldn't want a black man that I love or care about for something like that to happen. No, I wouldn't. But in reality, you know, you pray for people because, but when George's spirit came through, because whenever it's a major spirit in the news, it usually comes to visit me. It really does, and it was very negative. So Kali Ma came in and took him. It was very negative. Yeah, he stopped by here. He did. He stopped by here, and his spirit was not in a good place. Maybe it'll change. Yeah, yeah. His spirit was really, really bad to the bone. It wasn't a good energy at all. Or maybe it's just that they said that he hated black people. Well, you're gonna attack me, somebody that doesn't hate black people, for somebody that does hate black people. Make that make sense to me. Y'all attack me, somebody that loves everybody, for somebody, and y'all mad at me for some. Can you bring my bottle? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all was mad at me, somebody that loves all y'all, for somebody that literally did hate his own race. He did. When a black woman dates a white man, it's because we probably looking for a husband to take care of us and to help us in life because we need protection. When a black man dates a white woman, it's probably because it's probably because he didn't always. So that it's not that thank you, sweetie pie. It's not that we are against interracial dating. No, because I'm all for I'm actually for interracial dating. But I think let's leave the hate out of it. Let's leave the hate out of it. I wouldn't even want to interracially date somebody just because I hated my own race or because I hated that race. I've been seeing all kind of crazy shit. People wasting their life for a cause. That's why I said I think we should have protected our children. They should have protected this next generation because, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. I gotta flip my camera real quick, guys. I'm going off camera real quick. They should have been a little bit more protective, though, of and was very careful when it came to this racism stuff, because racism is not doing anything but tearing everybody down. So I'm just saying, guys, that is the truth. It ain't good for nobody. Hatred is not good for anybody. It's not good for anybody to hate anybody for any reason. So that's why this ritual is about love. It's not just about couple relationship, that too, but it's about universal love frequencies, okay? And we're going to be on some love frequency that day. Even if somebody try to hurt our feelings, we just gonna turn those, we just gonna turn that pain into joy. We gonna turn hell into heaven. Okay? Because some of y'all feel like we died and that we're in hell right now. Well, we gonna turn hell into heaven, damn it, if that's the case. Okay? The criminal past, that it does matter. The criminal past does matter. And the reason why is because that could have happened because maybe there was a spirit that paid him back for something that he did. This is reality. People want to say, oh, no, that's not true. But that's how that works. So that's why I told y'all. I'm going to tell y'all basically what the reading is going to tell us. I'm going to do the reading soon. We're going to see somebody had put black magic on him, a revenge spell. And that's how they carried out. That's exactly how something like that would carry out, would be the lesson of the day for that. Okay, so this is really all you got to do. You just have to, kind of maybe repent. Especially if you're a Catholic or a Christian. And somebody like me, I wouldn't have to repent because I'm just the devil and I worship Satan, remember? No, I'm a witch. So witches don't, but I'm a good person. So whatever, like even if I did something, now if I had to do something for the betterment of my family to survive, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're trespassing on me and you sending bad shit to me, I'm gonna have to send it back to you. That's only fair. But for me to go out and wake up in the morning with hatred in my heart, never, never. I couldn't, even if I got hurt. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I would not be okay if something were to ever happen to my children or my grandchildren, living or in death. It would not be good. Even when I'm dead and gone, for generations to come, I will be the karma and the stick up your ass if you do anything to my children or my grandchildren or my great grandchildren. See, that's because that's what truly makes me a fucking witch, though. Because the Bible wants you to forgive. I believe that if you say to somebody that I'll forgive you if you hurt my kid, that they would do it faster. So I'm not going to tell you if you hurt my child that I'll forgive you. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you just what I'm telling you now. And every parent should be that way. Unfortunately, when we think about the God of the Bible is the epitome of some of these terrible parents out here that will let their kid get fucking taken like that. You know what I'm saying? When you really think about it. And they say that Jesus died for our sins, but I'm gonna tell y'all again, Jesus died for his mother Mary, because they were getting ready to rape her. That's why Jesus died. They probably wanted to cover up his murder because he was the Messiah, because he was creating miracles. He had special powers. He was able to turn water into wine. Okay, so he was a magi. He was powerful. So of course there was people that had to explain it. They had to explain it away, because everybody did love Jesus when he was alive. He was very well known too. But then again, the world wasn't as populated as it is now. And so Jesus will always be respected in this household. Do I have to say that he's my Lord and Savior? Sometimes Jesus does save me. Sometimes. From his confused followers. It's just like what I have to do with some of the people online, When you get followers that are willing to do anything, I haven't disrespected Jesus. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I don't disrespect any deity. That would just be silly. Don't do that. Don't disrespect deities. Not supposed to do that. Papa Legba, none of them. They're all deities. Don't disrespect them. Okay? So, Ostara, Hecate, she's a deity. Hecate is like God, damn near. Okay, God gave Hecate a lot of power. And Hestia, who I give a lot of credit to, getting this house for me, because I worked with Hestia on, the spell work to unblock a lot of that was being blocked from me. My path, somebody, I'm not going to say who, kept trying to block my path. And there's a few other, I work with Aphrodite too. And so a lot of blacks are discouraged, or they are discouraged from working with the Greek or the Celtic goddesses. It's like, well, leave them to me then. I'll work with them. I love them. All of them. You know, I love the Celtic, I work with European goddesses too, gods and goddesses. Odin, wouldn't he be European or is that Roman? So I work with all of them. You know, that is one thing that people should trip off of, because you know, you can really, and even some of the ones that we consider to be demonic. That's why I had to apologize for disrespecting Belial, because a lot of people think of Belial as a deity, so Belial is a deity as well. I just know my spiritual connection with Belial, so me and him have like kind of a complicated past. In some of my earlier lifetimes, you know what I'm saying, in some of my earlier lifetimes. So that's why, you know, I kind of, but I got to remember that, you know, that's really not my place to even judge. That's just like, and I felt much better, you know, having the spirit of non-judgment and not judging like that. It feels good, because I just realized that somebody in Texas summoned a screaming banshee. Now, I wouldn't conjure that one of those demons, but people do it. If I start to judge, then that weakens me as a witch. If I start to judge. So I do have that video coming up for you guys. It's going to be about 30 minutes long. Me breaking down the screaming that you guys are hearing in the sky of Texas. Okay, so they do have what's called the Men in Black to cover up these supernatural anomalies or these supernatural wonders, if it's something really scary like that, in order to not create panic. They will say, oh, well, it was some steam pumps that you're hearing. They tried to say it was a steam pump, but that's not what that is. That's an actual screaming banshee that somebody conjured. And so I did a video on it. So you know what, actually guys, I did like maybe 20-25 minutes of the video. I did I did the narration of the video. I haven't edited it yet. So I've got to get video footage together. And I got to put together clips. So when you stop judging and going, why did they do that? It just instantly, it weakens you. It does. So that's why I was like, I'm not even going to question it. Really, to be honest with you, even when you're a practitioner, a lot of the stuff that you're going to see and hear, you can't even get upset about it. You just have to fucking go to work. You just have to do what you got to do. So if somebody contacts me from that area telling me that they're hearing constant screaming in their ears, like I'm talking about, they can hear the screaming over and over, then I know that I'll have to give that person an exorcism and a cleanse, and it'll go away. Okay, so and getting upset about it is not going to do anything. It's really not. I'm not real sure what was conjured with the whole George Floyd thing, but something dark, something real dark for that $13 million. Something real dark got conjured for that. So it's very different from what we see as average. And so a lot of black people, you can look at it as you won, but again, you're not gonna see none of that money. He's not going to put that money back into the black community. A lot of people wonder why they don't want to put no money back into the black community. Because that ain't really how it's supposed to happen. Like, people can do that. People can do that, but to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Those are those are burial grounds and shit like that. Black people shouldn't even want to be there. Y'all need to go build somewhere else. A lot of black people are living in these areas that are cursed. Okay, so your area, was either Indian, European, or either African, an African, a ritual place. And so they'll build stuff over it, and the next thing you know, you got a bunch of crazy shit. So, I personally would not put money back into that. What they need to do is move those people out of there, but it would cost way too much money. Yeah, they're not a lot of the projects and the dilapidated communities, those are in areas that probably should be shut down and possibly even quarantined. So y'all got to be careful with this whole George Floyd thing because they saying that he had corona. So they might try to say that the corona came from the projects. So y'all need to be careful with that and just listen to the healing and try to solve these problems yourself. Yeah, y'all notice that they said he also tested positive for corona? So, the one thing that y'all don't want is for there to be military tanks rolling through your neighborhood, in which it's not going to happen because spirit does protect us from a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? At least some areas are protected from that. Unfortunately, Atlanta really isn't because they was down there acting up. Yeah. You don't want that in your neighborhood. You don't want, and so that's all you're going to do is bring about martial law. And there will be nothing that you can do about it. And literally, if you got your spiritual protection up, but it would be it would be an inconvenience for the people that have sort of surpassed that, but that's because more than likely it won't be in their backyard. It's going to be in the neighborhoods that you're in. So I think that, by being smarter, but unfortunately that's not what's happening. So that's why those areas, and then in the past 30 or 40 years, there's been a lot of land cursed just in the last 30 or 40 years. So everybody always think, oh, well, a million years ago on this land. No, this shit been happening the last 30 or 40 years. So that's why y'all keep moving. That's why, and because over there in Kansas City, Missouri, the white folk, they went further south. Okay, not north. They went north and south of the Kansas City metropolitan area. They were in first it was Longview, then they was in Grandview, Raymore, Raytown, and they moved further and further out because that energy kept moving in and it kept tearing down and destroying the neighborhoods. Maybe on some level it is some sort of African connection to Haitian revenge or something. I don't know, but guys, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I think that the deities and our ancestors, they want us to live and love and raise our children. They wouldn't want us to be getting revenge. I think that is something else. They would have wanted their children of their tribes to be happy in life. They wouldn't have necessarily wanted you to get revenge. And if you have an ancestor that does want you to get revenge, you realize that you have a choice. You do. So y'all got to think about that, because a lot of people will say, well, for example, the hurricanes. They say that the hurricanes, when they come out of the Atlantic Ocean, they're coming the same way that they came, the same trail. I personally think it's coming from probably the Bermuda Triangle is where I say that it's coming from, but it's probably just a spiritual happening that happens, which can be very, very, very devastating. But they say that they are coming the same way that the slave ships came across the Atlantic Ocean, and that the spirits of the slaves is trying to get revenge on white people. But why would they do that? Because black people are dying just the same. So you got to think about that before you just say it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's one of the biggest things that they be talking about over here in the South with hurricanes. But why would your ancestors want you to die in a flood? Why would your ancestors do that to you? They wouldn't do that to you. They wouldn't do that to you necessarily. You know what I'm saying? So that would have to be something else. It may not even be related. A lot of times that people say that that's just like with Lilith. Lilith was one of those goddesses that suffered a lot because people misjudged her because of the lies that was told on her. They were saying that she was killing children and stuff just because she was independent of Adam. But in reality, it was Adam that did it. I told y'all the story of all of that, of Lilith and Adam and Eve. It's like the ultimate love triangle. We're seeing those love triangles play out too. If anything, Eve was more evil than Lilith because Eve was willing to go along with whatever Adam had wanted to do, but in reality, Adam shouldn't have been stalking that woman. They could leave that woman alone. Adam stalked the hell out of Lilith because he was excited because she ran away, which is why a lot of men have it programmed in them to chase after what they think they can't have. But y'all know that that's even unhealthy. You spend your whole life chasing after what you think you can't have, and you ain't gonna never have shit. So with Lilith communicates with me a lot, and she just broke it down for me. You know what I'm saying? And they don't talk like how we do. They just kind of show us. So, she actually showed me how, she was just casted out and outcasted, and she wasn't even the bad person. She is the one that believes in equality, in which it should be, because we're finding out that when you throw things off balance like that, you create what you're creating now. I mean, the whole sentiments from that whole religion and the way that people have been living, hell, they try to say it's just black folk. Not just black folk. A lot of people live like that, to where they're living in the shadow of that. And what does it do? It's created hell around us. Hell was created on the earth realm, which earth is heaven. Earth is heaven. You can see heaven from earth. It's not like the sky is black, so you know that you can see up there. So heaven, earth is actually paradise, which is heaven. That's what heaven is paradise. But they created hell on earth. And I believe that it's a lot more sinister than what y'all think. I think that it's people that are not able to breathe air. They probably do want to breathe, but they're not able to breathe in the air because that's not the way they breathe. Maybe they breathe water. I feel like all beings within our galactic universe need to get along with each other. What y'all think? All of us need to get along with each other. Everybody from because we literally got some kind of Star Wars situation playing out right now. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Don't listen to these trolls, guys, because they can create these extra thoughts that you don't. They can create worry in your mind. Worry is not what you need. So that's why you shouldn't listen to them. Okay? Because they'll create worry and it'll throw you off of your spiritual path, and that is what they mean to do. That's exactly what they mean to do. Not only that, but Eve shared her own sins so she wouldn't be alone. And a lot of people don't know this, but she was also responsible for instigating Cain killing Abel. Yeah, man. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to be alone. So I feel like all of us should have a balance of Eve and Lilith in us. All women should have a perfect, like this balance of Eve and Lilith. And I feel like they should both understand each other. Okay. Those aspects of yourself, to the point where, you don't want to just be alone. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. Like, you don't have to do that either. But, and I think Lilith didn't want Adam because of his religious beliefs. is another reason why she rejected him. Um, you don't necessarily have to be at the other extreme, because Lilith actually she had lovers after she left, and that's one of the reasons why he was stalking her, because Adam felt like he owned her. He felt like she belonged to him. So, but that was his perception. That was his story. He made up this story in his head that God created Lilith and Eve just for him, out of his rib. That Lilith and Eve just fucking showed up on the planet, and then Adam said what he said, and then you get all this crap from there. I feel like we need to wipe the slate clean with all that, or either just realize that what are you doing, baby? Deja, come here real quick. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. So the Bible is what? Confusion. The Bible is probably a reflection of the confusion that created everything too. Because the sun was created out of primordial chaos.
Where's she at?
Over there. So definitely something is being created, or I feel like you make your own path. Is that not safe to say that you make your own path? You create your own path and your own life in life, and that's real talk. Okay? Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
She did. Like, you shouldn't have to be codependent to where if you're alone for that time being that you won't survive, is what I was gonna say. Outer Banks Witch. That's what I was gonna say. As a woman, there's many of y'all that are waiting for y'all twin flame. Y'all waiting on y'all soulmate, and so you have to, if there's nobody else there, you have to be able to survive until that person comes along in your life. What are you gonna do? Die before they get there? So this whole patriarchal zombie whole thing, like, come on now. Hello, Bellavet Muse. Hello, how are you? Yeah, so anyway, guys, I gotta go. Don't listen to trolls, guys. They are there to confuse you. I'm not talking about just the ones that talk about me, though. I'm talking about just period in life, period. They'll troll your email address. I was getting these strange emails years ago. I've been getting stalked online for the past 20 years. I mean, ever since computers were created, I started getting stalked on the internet. This is no joke. So, being stalked is very creepy. It's very creepy being stalked. It's not a good feeling, but you just have to rise above it. And because somebody stalking you, it takes a great deal of, yeah. Well, we like weird over here, just as long as you ain't doing no harm to no children, and I have my limits. Okay, I have my limits. I don't even think it's weird to me no more, especially, you mean bad weird? Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Hell, my man gonna be learning from me how to live. Man, I think that men need to really, really, really pay attention to how that religion is controlling them and messing up their mind. I be trying to turn them out for me. I'd rather my man take up would be a witch. I'd rather him be a witch. I'm trying to turn him into a witch. Yeah. But some of them are just trying to mess with your head. You know what I'm saying? Some of the trolls are just trying to mess with your head about that whole situation. First of all, I've never said anything about keeping my children from the world. Like, but I think that people do have that limited belief, and then people are very programmed because I guess they're talking about the fact that, my son was homeschooled even before all this stuff came up. But that's what I told y'all. I told y'all that y'all were gonna have to take y'all kids out of them schools. And it's not my fault that it happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just say any goddamn thing. They just say anything. And it's like, how can you be so unreasonable? That's unreasonable for you to say that to me. Is, you know what I'm saying? Especially right now. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna let my children go out there and be harmed by the world. Like, I think that that's what they want parents to do. That's what they're actually expecting parents to do. And you can't expect that. I don't agree, man. I would rather have another source. I would rather have somebody that is practicing. Because I think, and it's not just about, okay, it's not just about being a witch, it's also about having wisdom, and it's about seeing shit when it comes. So, for example, if he's a medium and he's able to pick up on spirits, I would rather him be learned and educated about it. Hey, Weeks family, I would rather him be educated about it. I don't want him to be, running around here with no kind of understanding of what's going on. Because and I'd rather us work together to where I'll be sitting there and then I'll just let him know I feel a spirit that just came in. Let's sage the house. It's so much better that way. Instead of this spirit coming in, I can feel it, but I'm too afraid to share that with him because he's going to think I'm crazy. So I'd rather just tell him, hey, listen, I just felt a spirit come through. Let's get rid of it. And then it'll take you literally 5 minutes to get rid of it instead of having this confusion or either these uncertain thoughts, because those spirits do attack your love. They do. They will try to push them away from you, even some of your ancestors. I do want someone that supports my practice, but not just that, just at home. For like, if we're gonna be living together, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the only crazy person. We both crazy. That's why I said I'm an empath, I'm a telepath, I'm a medium, and I'm a psychic. Otherwise, I'm a batshit crazy witch. But I say that because a lot of people would consider that to be crazy, right? But see, I'm calm in the situation. You know what I'm saying? At this point, when a spirit comes in, I know it's there. I'm either going to turn on my fireplace or I'm either going to burn some palo or either some sage. Versus him not understanding that and not being tapped into that, and because he should be able to feel that he does feel it at the same time, but he's going to take it as something different. Yeah. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. It's just a little bit of psychic humor, that's all. It's just psychic humor, you know what I'm saying? But that's how other people will see you. So you just got to get a handle on those spirits, and then you can live a normal life. I don't see it like they removed all of the information and everything, and so people are just now, coming to a level of understanding But, you know, and I think it's always been that way. Even, you know, our grandfathers that married, or grandmothers that were witches, and you know, all of a sudden, you know, they would start doing certain rituals and stuff. And so your grandpa was just like, well, you know, your grandma crazy. It shouldn't be like that. Grandpa should be helping grandma in that spiritual battle. It would be much easier if most men would be fighting this battle with us instead of stuck in the matrix. So, you know, that to me is going to be necessary for them to realize, and then it'll get easier. As soon as our men stand up, about 90% of that stuff is going to go away. And the PMS will go away, the fibroid tumors, the aging really fast, all of that shit is going to go away. But see, that's why a lot of women are angry at men, because they don't want to wake up and realize it. So a lot of women feel like men sold us out, and they feel like, you know, with that religion, that's why a lot of witches don't trust men that are Christian like that. A lot, I'm talking about old school witches. And old school witches, it's not, it's very, I can't explain it. It's a secret. I can't explain it. So, you know, and I think that our lives would be better. Our children would be safer. Now, whatever that entity is that has, you know, because all throughout the Bible talks about child sacrifice. All throughout, that's what it is, and so that's what it is taught us. But now we see that with everything that we see, we see the sacrifice and the blood sacrifices and the suffering all over the place, and we don't like it, but we accept it. Well, I don't accept it. I mean, I do accept it. Y'all gonna do whatever y'all want to do. I ain't gonna do that to my family members. I ain't gonna do that to nobody I love. I wish the fuck you would come up to me and tell me I gotta sacrifice somebody I love. I'm gonna pull my crystals out on that ass and give you some fairies. I gotta turn on my light, y'all. So, you know, some people just literally dropped the ball when it came to that. And you believe that shit. You sat up there and believed it. Hey, y'all, got my light on now. How do I look? How do I look, guys? Does my complexion look better, y'all? So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that, guys. Don't fill your head up with too much stuff. Give yourself some time to rest and relax. You constantly going and 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 going. Y'all be going. Just all over the place. Just going and going and going. Y'all, you know, and so it is a possibility that maybe we did need a pause, but not no pause from shopping. A pause from the crazy. Y'all need to relax and rest and get some R&R. Everybody does. And the other people that they're just going to continue to drive themselves crazy. So a lot of y'all probably been sleeping a lot. I've been asleep too. We all been resting and getting rest before this summer come up, and then we got the summer solstice coming up, which I'm really excited about that. And y'all only have 6 more days to get in on the June 12th ritual. Okay. So that's my own day that I'm making up. This is what I did for myself. I'm pretty sure that because the moon is going to be at 50%. It's going to be in Pisces. So You know, and then it's the 12th, so you have a repeating number 2. So y'all catch the drift with that. Emotional diet, control what you feed your emotions to. Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That is one of the reasons why I got upset about, the whole thing that just recently happened, because we gotta, we really gotta stop letting the media and what happens in the media control our emotions. I mean, imagine, hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Hey, Deja. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in a minute. I gotta finish my daughter's hair. Yeah, so, mm, we're gonna all be okay. I think with me, like, I think that, like, I'm more so of a person that is more so into tough love, especially right now, because can you imagine? Oh, you know what? And you know what? This is the time of the year that the kids are graduating from high school and stuff, right? Can you imagine not enjoying your child's graduation because of what happened to George Floyd? And you just sitting there thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, and then you're mad, and then you're feeling some type of way. 9 times out of 10, if you surrounded by people that love you and you ain't with somebody that got it out for you, that's why you gotta have people around you that really love you, that you can trust. If you are a black male and that situation with George literally knocked your socks off to the point where you're fearful and you feel like your life is in danger, you might be in the wrong environment. You know what I'm saying? Because my husband, he ain't gonna never have no fear. I don't care if he black or white, he ain't gonna have those fears. You know? If you walk in fear, people won't respect you. So just try to be the best person that you can, or just try to be a good person. Yeah, media and social media, you know. I know that on Facebook, I used to scroll through Facebook a lot, and I don't do that no more because, all of these graphic videos and stuff are just showing up on there. And when I see a click to view, I don't click it. Those are subconscious blockages. I'm sorry, and I'm an empath that loves everybody in the world. I don't like suffering. And now if you're a spirit that died, of course that, okay, if y'all notice that when it first happened, when the video first came out, I was very sad for him, but then it was like the next day his spirit began to attack me, so I responded, you know? And so life is quite a different experience for me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is exactly what you're supposed to be, the empress of your Yoniverse, and you are supposed to, be the one that, you are in control of you. But when you have people put these subconscious blockages in your head, all of these different subconscious things, and see, I've been dealing with a lot. Y'all have too. We all have been dealing with a lot. Imagine it seems like it's back to back to back to back trauma that's going on around here. Is she okay? She can come in. Yeah. So, what is that? You. So. Oh. Okay. Hold on. So, guys, that's all I'm saying. And I guess it is what it is. I don't know why. It's almost like there's a person that watches my channel that wants to make sure that I don't educate my people. What the fuck? Why are you here? I'm pretty sure that demon, fed off of more than enough people. It don't have to be my followers. These are the people that are following me. These are the people that I speak to. But they want to come over here every time I speak about anything. They was calling my phone that night, private, anonymous. Why? Why do you think? I'm being told what to do, y'all. I gotta go. I'm drinking a lot, and I'm about to drink some more. I have some red Moscato. So when I drink alcohol, it makes me smoke more cigarettes. It does. So excuse me. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. That's pretty much what it is that's going on in this world. And it's fucked up. And so filter out as much of that stuff as possible, because it's all just a bunch of crap and it's a bunch of information. It's too much information, especially when people start saying things to you like, what's going to happen to you and how this is going to go down. And, it's too much information. It is. And right now we're in information overload. Exactly. Cheers. Cheers. Exactly. So anyway, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta go. I love you guys though. Bye. I'll see y'all later. Y'all cash at me or either go to Etsy for y'all entry into this ritual. And you know what? When we get when y'all see the prosperity, if you missed it, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. But we got other rituals coming up, but I think this one is going to be really powerful because especially this is my birth month. So, when you're a witch, oh yeah, we're going to do like, I'm going to start offering these birthright readings. I have to get my head together on it. As far as like you guys' birthrights and stuff, I'm going to come talk to y'all about that because, there's a lot of stuff that people are missing while they arguing about racism, which is literally at the bottom of the list of our concerns. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. I will see y'all later. I love you guys. Love and light.